Oh, thank you for watching this video. This video is brought to you by newquickbooks.com. That's our website, newquickbooks.com. So in this video, I'm going to focus on how to enter manual payroll in QuickBooks Desktop. So you use Outside Payroll and you need to allocate payroll to job. So that's the focus of this video. I'm not trying to show you how to enter manual payroll without using QuickBooks Desktop subscription. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to go to our website, newquickbooks.com. So this is our website, newquickbooks.com. So you can come to job costing in here. So this we have done several videos related to job costing. So if you need to learn step-by-step guide to complete QuickBooks job costing video tutorial, so this is where you should come. Okay, so I want to go to QuickBooks Desktop now, and so the thing you need to do is next page here. Okay, so to set up manual payroll in QuickBooks Desktop. So if you just go to QuickBooks Desktop, there's no payroll in here. So this is the sample one, but if you create a new one, you won't have it. So the thing is, you need to have pay employees in here, menu in here, and also pay employees right here. Okay, so and on the list you would have a payroll item list. It's not the same as item list. This item list is for products and services, and this payroll item list is for dealing with payroll, and so you once you subscribe to that one, you'll have the payroll item list. Okay, so for this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new company so you can see everything from start. All right, Express video. Okay, so it's business name. I'm just going to put our website name in here, newquickbooks.com, and industry I'm going to select is on the list in here. I'll say I want to select manufacturing. Okay, and if I need to add any account, and I'll add it later on. Okay, and the business type, let's say it's a corporation, and I just want to create this company. Okay, so it'll be pretty fast to create a new company. Okay, there we go. All right, I can start working, or I can add just one bank account in here just for the fun of it. Let's say you want to add Chase checking. Okay, and opening balance, let's say you started out with $10,000, and opening balance, let's say it's September 1. Okay, so I'm going to continue it. Okay, I'm going to start working on it. Okay, so I'm on QuickBooks Desktop. I've created a new company, and I'm using Accountant Desktop 2018. I'm like a premier version of Accountant Desktop 2018. And if you have previous versions like 17 or 16, Pro, Premier, or Enterprise, it should still work. Okay, but I prefer Premier to do job costing. Okay, so right now, as you can see here, there's no payroll in here. Okay, so what you need to do now is, and there's no item list here, the payroll item list either. Okay, so all you need to do is, these are the steps you need to follow. Okay, so first thing you need to do is go to help menu. So here's the help menu, and select QuickBooks Desktop Help in here. See the first one, or just on the keyboard you can just select F1. Okay, and just type manual payroll in here, manual payroll in here, manual payroll, like this, and search it. It's kind of interesting, but that's how it works here. See, the first one, it came out payroll manual, process payroll manually without a subscription to QuickBooks Desktop Payroll. So this is the link you want to click, and on yours could be a little bit in different order, but this is the one. Process payroll manually without a subscription to QuickBooks Desktop Payroll. Click that one. Okay, it'll give you all the what we recommend and stuff, you know, because you're trying to do a manual payroll. Okay, the one you want is number one in here. See, set up your company file to use a manual payroll calculation setting. Okay, and after that, and this is the one you want. And here it will say click here, set up company file to use manual calculations. So once you click it, it'll go real fast. You'll see another screen to confirm it, but that's about it. All right, here we go. So I can close this one. As you can see, this is the one. So once you click it right away, you will see, you know, payroll module in here. All right, click that one. See payroll employees, pay employees right here. Simple as that. And you also see payroll item list in here, right? Okay, so the first thing you want to do, a couple of things you need to do. Okay, so uh, you know, you need to decide how do you want to allocate your payroll cost to job. You know, you can allocate at the gross wages level, and a separate one as the payroll taxes and benefits, or you can just call it payroll cost. That will include everything. Payroll costs will include everything, like your salary, benefits, and everything. Okay, so and we'll just go to like a one payroll expense account. Okay, so I'm just going to chart up accounts in here. So I'll show you in here. So in this example, they only have one payroll expenses in here, so that will include everything. So in your situation, you may have a breakdown, you have split, you know, the gross wages, salary, and then the benefits for the payroll taxes and other payroll cost. Okay, so this example, it's just one payroll expense account. So, so what you need to do is, the first thing I want to do is I want to create one more bank account, and we'll call it Payroll Clearing. So that's the one you want to use for payroll distribution, you know, the allocation of payroll to job cost. Okay, so create a new one, a bank account, and continue. Okay, I'm just going to call this payroll clearing, and you can name any way you want it, but this one's going to be clearing. It means it's going to be in and out, and the balance is always going to be zero. Make sure it's zero. Okay, I'm going to close this. Okay, I have one payroll clearing in here. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to go to list in here. All right, so I'm going to select item list. Okay, here's the item list, and you're not going to use any of the tax items, okay, or income credit account. So the only one you need is your the payroll cost. I'm just going to call it new and easy setup. Next, and I'm just going to use the compensation line in here. So compensation, and then we'll go through the setup. So I'm just going to select the hourly one in here, hourly one, select next, hourly, and then finish this. Okay, so you have now, you have the hourly one in here. See the hourly one here, right? Okay, so we're not going to use any double time or overtime. So we're just going to use this hourly one in here. So what you could do is you can just make all this inactive. Inactive, or just leave it there. I'm just going to make all these inactive, one by one. Inactive, okay. So I only have one now, okay. So, so this is the one I want to use for allocation of payroll to job, okay. So now, all we have to do now, the next step is you go to customers, and go to customer center, Now you need to create job. First create new customer. Let's say in this case customer A, let's say. Okay, so you know, if you want, you can create a job underneath. Okay, so I'm going to do that. All right, so I'm going to create a job underneath, add job. All right, let's say job 101, let's say. Okay, so I have a customer, and then underneath you have a job. Okay, and then let's just check to see if you want to invoice it. Then you will have a item in here. Okay, so there's nothing under item in here. I'm just going to create a new one in here. Okay, so this is the service one. So I'm just going to call this consulting or service. Okay, and you're going to have double-sided in this one. Okay, so the first one you want income is sales, and expense you want this one is the payroll one, like this one here. Okay, so I'm just going to say service in here. Okay. All right. Let's see what else I need. Okay, I'm just going to go to employees and go to employee center. Okay. All right, I'm just going to create one new employee in here. There are a couple of ways to do this, but I'm just going to show you the basic, easy way to do it. All right, Susan Davis, let's say that's one employee. Okay, and then the payroll information in here. Okay, so you can fill out other ones, but in this case, I'm just going to use the hourly one. Okay, and you can put like let's say rate is $25. Okay, and let's go to taxes in here. You don't want any taxes. You just want to see one line for payroll. Okay, go to federal in here. Continue. Uncheck that one. Uncheck Social Security. Uncheck this. Okay, and state. There's nothing there. Other we're not going to use for now. Okay, and just say okay. That's it. Okay, so and then you want to use paycheck using timesheet, or basically just enter it to the payroll screen. Okay, so I'm just going to click this one and set up now. All right, so this is fine. Okay, so I got that. So if you want to enter time, you can do usually weekly or one time. So on weekly in here, as you can see here, you have customer job and the customer the service item. This is the one from item list, and the payroll item. It's this separate one here. Service item, it comes from item list, and the customer comes from your customer list, from your customer center, and the payroll item is from your payroll item list, of course. Okay, so just select one customer and job, and let's say this is for this is for 1 week. Okay, 1 week, September 25th to October 1st. Okay, service one is this, and the payroll items hourly. Let's say, and let's say this person worked 8 hours. 8 hours. Okay, and so basically it's weekly and work 40 hours on this project. Okay, so now you can save this, save and close. I'm just going to save and close. Okay, and if you have other employees, of course you can add new employee in here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to save and close. Okay, so now let's talk about how do you handle payroll when you receive information from the payroll service. Okay, So normally either you will write a journal entry from here, journal entry like this, okay, and you will say payroll expenses. Let's say it's $1,000, right? And then the bank account, and the bank account is the first one. Bank account right here, like this. So in this case, somebody worked 40 hours. So normally this would be the whole company, not just for one individual. Let's say this is one employee for this example. So it's basically $25. So that equals 1,000. Okay, 40 hours. Okay, right. Let's say this is $1,000. Not the payroll claim. This is the payroll expenses. Okay. All right. So it's $25 in here. Okay, this is one way, and you will, of course, you'll have payroll liabilities on the credit side as a liability, and the bank payment at that time would be lower. Okay, so now this is one way. You may just write a check, not a check, but could be uh, transfer, but you do use the same form, write checks. Okay, so let's say you use a payroll service as a vendor. Let's just say ABC payroll service as a vendor. So you may use payroll expense for 1,000 like this. Okay, so this is still 40-hour works times 25. Okay, so this is the one. It goes to P&L, but it won't go to your job cost because you're not using item. All right, so that's why we created this uh, payroll item list so that you'll go to your job cost. Okay, so I'm just going to save this one and ignore the journal entry. So the whole idea here is to just, you would normally do whatever you're doing, okay, and uh, once this once you're done with the allocation side, creating from the payroll allocation, then you will basically uh, reverse this and make it no additional impact on your P&L. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're talking about that. So I'm just going to save this. Okay, so when you save this, it's basically in your P&L, you created, let's go to reports in here, company financial. So you have a $1,000 expense in here. See, $1,000 payroll expense, right? Okay. So once you add additional from your payroll, from your employees' payroll allocation, it also had 1,000, but then you have to reverse this 1,000, and the net impact is still 1,000. Okay. So now I'm going to go to pay employees. Okay. And so the 40 hours, this is the one. It came from your timesheet. Okay. And if you don't want to use timesheet, you can just you have to select employee name and then uh, open payroll details here. You can just enter it here. Let's say you want to add another one and forget about the other one. You don't want to use the timesheet. So normally you may not be using timesheet because timesheet, it'll take time, of course. Okay, so either way, if you just want to use manually, you can enter it here, the total hours worked, or the split. If someone is working on different jobs, then of course you have to split it, right? Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, so that one is gone. All right, as you can see here, there's hourly in here, but you don't have any federal, any other deductions in here, not holdings, anything like that. So this is how you want it. Okay, so it's basically that's all you got to do in here. And then let's see here, save. Okay, so now you want to pay this, and remember we created to clearing account. You don't want to chase checking because you're not actually writing this check. So this payroll clearing, right? So there's zero in here. It should always be zero. Okay, all right. So now just go to uh, finish. You don't want to finish letter. You just want to finish. Continue now, and then create paychecks basically. So here's the gross pay, and you don't have any taxes in here. Uh, that's how you want it. You just want to allocate the total payroll cost that you receive from your payroll service per employee. Okay, that's one way, the simple way to do it. And if you want to do breakdown, this for the gross pay and for the salary portion and the taxes portion and the health insurance and workers' comp and stuff, you could do that. But uh, on the job cost side, it will still cost you $1,000. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now I'm just going to refresh this. Okay, so now as you can see here, it's $2,000, right? Okay, so but if you go to the let's just go to the job cost first, and then we reduce this to 1,000. Basically reverse the 1,000 entry. Okay, so now there's a couple of reports in here. I'm going to show you this job profitability summary. This right here, job 101, its actual cost is $1,000, and this one came from your payroll expenses. The payroll, you can keep on clicking right here. See, it looks like real payroll. It goes through the check and stuff, and if you have deductions, it will show up in the hours worked in here. Everything, see, it will say right here. Okay, and let's look at another report. Job profitability report. There's only one in here. Okay, customer A, see right here, see? So you can see a whole bunch of reports in here. And item profitability report right here, the service is $1,000 cost, right? Okay, and there are many ways to improve this, but I'm just going to show you the basic steps in here. And let's say profit and loss by job. So right here, you see customer A, for the total customer A. So you can add a job underneath in here, and it will be still total, and you will have different customers doing different jobs. Okay, so that's one way. And let's see what else in here. You need to look at it. A time by job summary will give you everything in here. So this person worked. You click it here, it will give you the name and who worked on this and everything. Right here, so see Susan Davis, not billable. Okay. And if you want to make billable, then you can do that too. Okay, so let's see. That's all what we need to do now. We need to let's go to the balance sheet in here. See, this is showing $1,000, right? So we click it. This goes to check point. So a couple of ways to reverse this. I'm going to go to home page now. Okay, so you can write a journal entry, or just go to the check register, like old check register, and then select payroll clearing. Okay, in here. Okay, so basically you want to reverse this one, and all you have to do is type $1,000 in here and select account is of course your payroll expenses. That's where it came from, right here, like this. Okay, so the moment you click this, the balance, you'll have a 0. Okay, so right here 0. So if you go to the balance report, now it's 0. See, it's gone now, 0. That's one way. The other way is if you want to write a journal entry, you can also do the journal entry. See right here, this is the one we started out with. So the reversal would be, instead of let's just do it here. So it would be payroll clearing, debit 1,000, and the payroll expense 1,000. Okay, so this one we don't need it. So this is how it will reverse it. Let's just say, so this is for the uh, when you started out with the label distribution. This is how you do it. The bottom line, you get something like this. The most important thing is what is your payroll cost impacting your P&L. So that's the most important one. Forget about what goes to liability. You know, it's credit, but debit is still your payroll expense. Okay, and this one is basically reversing the one you created from the labor distribution, so that your payroll clearing is always 0. So we don't need this one because we already done it. So I'm going to delete this, the whole thing. Let's delete this one. Delete it. Okay, because we never saved it actually, so we'll just leave it there. Okay, so balance sheet is okay, right? And the net income is still lost. And if you want to create invoice, let's create invoice. So I have one customer, just say job, and the quantity, let's say 1, and the item code is service. Let's say you spend $1,000 and you're going to bill $2,000. Let's say 100%. Okay, so all right, so save it, save and close. Okay, refresh this. So now as you can see here, you have accounts receivable 2,000, but I'm going to go to P&L, profit and loss by job. As you can see here, $2,000 is sales and $1,000 your payroll cost. And you can add all the other services cost. That's fairly easy. You know, this is the focus of this video, is basically to show you how to use payroll allocation that you receive from your outside payroll services. Okay, so anyway, thank you for watching this video, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels. So we have 2 channels, as you can see here, youtube.com/VP Controller, youtube.com/QuickBooks QBO. All right, thank you. Bye.